I like what we were just kind of getting into there for a second. The idea that you spend all this money and then something that happens organically, to use an overused word, maybe has more impact. And tying that in with what Hari talked about in the beginning of the program, how much effort is going in to communicate through Facebook. Is this what every business is trying to do?
Yeah, I mean, I think we all know that. I mean, this is the whole story of how sort of public relations versus advertising things develop, is that people believe seeing stories firsthand. They trust journalists, let's say, more than they would an advertisement, you know, or people like seeing video or hearing the actual words, and that has more effect than seeing an ad. So, and that's even saying that is kind of that's a hard thing to say. But yeah, it's true. So, but yeah, the money spent, I can only sum it up with my mother, who I won't even mention her age, to say, all this money could have been spent to help people for Hurricane Sandy, but it's really sad when you see that it's like $100 billion and millions of dollars for web ads and this and that. I mean, it has a point, but yeah, it's tough when you look at all the other things going on, not just in this country, but in the world.
Does that bother you? By the way, for those who don't know, John, they may have seen your video on the web, which also went viral. You made a kind of Why We Love St. Louis video. It was beautifully shot and well received and made the rounds really quickly on Facebook. Is the viralness, is that something they can manufacture, or does that just happen to be good luck or bad luck in Mr. Aiken's case?
I mean, I would say some people can manufacture it. You see that, what's that Gangnam Style guy? I mean, I'm pretty sure that was manufactured.
Right. Does the money bother you? The money that was spent, we're talking about $6 billion across 2012?
I would say it bothers me, yes. It's just a lot of money. I mean, you look at this and you think, wow, and it's only going to grow. It's only going to grow. And they would help my businesses, but at the same time, I'd say that, it is what it is, Joe.
I'm going to cut you off and turn it local for just a second, because that's where we want to get to. So the transition is on you, my friend. But no, we had a few local issues in St. Louis and in Missouri that were propositions. Prop R, for instance, we're going to reduce the size of our board of aldermen.
I think it's awesome. I'm excited to hear that. I really like that. 28 aldermen is an awful lot of people to try and build consensus with for a city that is really divisive in a lot of ways, north and south, or however you want to look at it. So reducing the board of aldermen, I think, is one way that we could probably make things a little bit better in town.
It's going to go to 14. Not everybody was excited about this. They like to be able to pick up the phone and call their alderman. They're worried that's going to go away.
It's revolutionary. I mean, I think it's going to be revolutionary for our city. It's scary. I'm sure a lot of people are saying, I'm a little scared. I'm not sure. But I think it's going to be wonderful.
Yeah, I think there's some people, I think they had made valid points. I think there are going to be some people who hurt, people who really, in certain communities, relied on their alderwoman for not things like picking up the trash, but really serious issues as it relates to crime. So I think in certain neighborhoods, certain wards, it's going to hurt. But
the responsibilities haven't changed. They still have to care about those things. They still have to do that.
I'm just saying I was in support of it. I will say that. Yeah. But in hearing everything out, there was a lot of, I think Alderman French brought up some good points. There's just a lot of valid points, I will say. It wasn't an easy thing, because I think there's some valid points brought up, though. I will say that.
Prop B quickly went down. That was to increase the tax on smoking a pack of cigarettes. That went down. Were you surprised?
I actually said that earlier. I was actually surprised. I thought
point.
It was going to inch its way through. I just, I get the whole thing about imposing taxes, but I thought it was going to make its way through. I thought.
Gas stations were worried that could really hurt their business. I mean that in all seriousness. That was their campaign. Never going to pass.
I didn't think it was ever going to pass.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you.